Ryan Seacrest, Ellen Kay, and Willow Smith. You know that song?
Yes, I know that song.
Because you were dancing to it.
Yes, I was.
Last time Willow was here, she was at the height of the counter. Now you're way above the counter. Have you grown a little bit since we've seen you?
Yes, I have, and I've been eating a lot of greens.
Greens are good.
Yes,
I love
greens are good.
I love some good kale. So how old are you now?
I'm 11 years old.
How has life changed? I think when you came in, you must have been 9, almost 10 or 10, right on the cusp. How has your life changed in the last year or so, Willow?
I've gotten a different taste of music. I have, I don't know, different fashion sense.
You're always you love fashion. You're always plugged into fashion.
Yes.
I feel.
And like the kind of fashion sense that I like right now is like, you know, indie, like the long skirts with like all the jewelry and stuff.
I don't, but
that's
Ellen
what you
does.
like.
Yeah. I like
So
that.
and who influences your fashion? Do you see it in magazines, in the movies?
Usually who influences my fashion is like my mom.
She's good at it.
And like when I'm with my friends, that kind of sparks that fashionable sense, because like I see what my friends wear and I make it into something that's me.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I like that. And my friends are always like, oh, you should do this and that with this jewelry and this and this. So that pretty much I kind of, everyday outfits, I talk about it with my friends.
Now, see, listening to Willow Smith at 11 years old, I almost don't feel like I'm qualified to do this interview because she's much smarter than we are. Like, she's much more together than we are. You see the posture's there, the wardrobe's there, the smile's there. So now, do you like boys yet, or is that not part of the deal? Because you talk about friends. Are there boys involved yet?
That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
To
What age? It's irrelevant. I don't know because I don't have
kids.
kids.
She's using different words than she did 2 years ago, too.
Exactly. Because do you hang with guys and girls? Is that the way?
Yeah, I actually have a guy best friend.
Guy best friend.
Yeah.
And has he tried to hit on you?
No.
Okay. He doesn't try to ask you out?
No.
Okay. And you would say what?
I would say no.
So Willow is here for a couple reasons, one of which is we're going to see her at Jingle Ball tomorrow.
Yes, you are.
So
yes.
Gaga's going to be there and a bunch of other big stars, and you're going to come out and say hi to everybody.
Yes, I am.
So we're excited about that.
I'm very excited about that because all of the artists that I listen to, like on my iPod and all that stuff, like people are like, oh, it's Willow Smith and all that stuff, but like most of the time, when I listen to those artists, I have the same feeling that every other 11-year-old has.
Right, which is a good I mean, I have that feeling. You want to turn it up and just move to it, right?
Yeah, like seriously.
What about artists who have heard your music? What have they said to you? Because when you came, we played Whip My Hair. I remember we did the whole thing, remember?
Yeah.
When I went to X Factor with Jessie J,
right.
She was like, oh, I love your music. And I was like, I love your music more because Jessie J has an amazing voice. She is so determined. She works hard. And she's a beautiful, beautiful singer.
But if I were Jessie J, I'd be asking you for advice.
Exactly.
Willow, give me some advice. Now you have a new video that you're debuting. This is with Nicki Minaj. It's called Fireball, the song. Tell us about Fireball.
Well, Nicki Minaj is absolutely an amazing person. She has so much energy, and working with her was like just spark. It was just, we were coming together with all our art and everything, and it was amazing.
Now, so you and Nicki Minaj, you come together, you start talking about music. Were you giving her ideas? Was she giving you ideas? How did that work?
Well, we didn't really give each other ideas. We were just kind of talking about like kind of what a fireball is and like.
What is it?
A fireball is somebody, doesn't have to be a girl or a boy,
right.
Somebody that just goes out there and does what they want to do and just so outgoing and tries new things and just is true to who they are.
So Nicki said that you're like a bag of cotton candy and a 30-year-old inside with an 11-year-old's body because you served it. That's what she said. So how would you describe, if you're cotton candy, what's Nicki Minaj?
I think that she is a rhinestoned teddy bear.
Ah.
That's a very good description.
She would like to be that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Girls, you approve. You like that. Good reaction over there. So, Willow, there was a story that I saw online that you were thinking about remaking some music, that you were thinking about remaking a classic. And the classic sounds like this. that sound familiar at all?
Yes, it does.
Uh-huh.
But
Now, so the story is that you may be remaking this song called Parents Just Don't Understand.
yeah.
What do you know about it?
Actually, me and my dad were talking about it, and it really didn't get put in motion.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about it. It was kind of like an idea, but
Uh-huh.
it wasn't really put out there.
All right. Well, where's Dad now? We like this idea.
Yeah.
Let's push him to it. Tell him we like that was like one of the first. Wasn't that one of the first videos? Well, certainly for me that I rapped to when I was growing up watching.
Probably
It.
for, yeah.
Yeah, that I rapped. One of the first that I rapped to. I've rapped to so many, Willow. Now, coming out in I think it's April, you're going to release an album, and there are rumors, Willow, that Bieber's on it, Rihanna, Jay-Z. Can you tell us if any of that's true?
You can't say?
I can't say.
It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be a
But you'll
surprise.
bring it here first.
Yes, I will.
Do you plan on collaborating with some artists on that?
I plan on collaborating with some artists because actually Fireball is my first collaboration.
Yes.
So I plan on doing more collaborations in the future.
David Guetta
Oh, I love it, David Guetta.
and Willow.
So we know what you're doing when you're working, but when you're not, like, what do you like to do?
Well, when I do hang out with my friends, all we really do is I'm obsessed with Subway. So we don't really actually go places. We kind of just go out and then we figure out where we're going to go later.
Well, the good thing about Subway is you can bring it anywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you can
seriously.
get one of those $5 footlongs and bring it anywhere.
I know.
You know? Thank you for coming, Willow.
You're welcome.
It's very good to see you.
love
Very good
seeing
to see
you.
you guys again.